We are on, baby. This is Boricua is Live. Welcome to Nephilim Wars, baby. This is the battle for your souls. And today, I have two things. I'm going to cover 2 points. I'm going to cover Gilgamesh and Og. We're going to start with Og, the king of Bashan, because Gilgamesh I covered already. The 16 feet giant, Anakim, and we're going to get into that. So let's get into that. Here we go. And, sorry, guys. I gotta get up. All right, so we have Og, king of Bashan, right? Right here. Let me get my pointer. Og, king of Bashan, right here. 16 feet from Bashan, is right here, from the dwelling of giants. You know, guys, from the dwelling of giants. Get a little closer. From the dwelling of giants. We're gonna start with Bashan. So here we go. This is the Holy Bible. My Father in heaven, glory be thy name. And this is the Gilgamesh, the story, the book of the history of the ancient world. All right, so here we go. Og, king of Bashan in Joshua 12:4. Joshua 12:4. Okay? And the coast of Og, king of Bashan, which was of the remnant of the giants that dwell at Ashtaroth and at Edrei. So we go over here to the list. Edrei, right here. Edrei. Says a day, but it's Edrei, right? Edrei, yeah. I wrote it down. I wrote it wrong. So it's here, Edrei and Ashtaroth. So dwelling of giants in the Holy Bible, okay? And it says it clear here. It says it clearly. All of the remnant of the giants. Clearly, that dwell in Ashtaroth and Edrei. All right. Let's continue. Joshua. And it says here, the kings defeated by Moses. So it was Moses and Joshua. Okay? So we're going to cover here Mount Halak. Let's get on this. I got too much stuff over here. Yeah, guys, I'm working. I'm doing my work right now. You guys know this is my job right now. So my life. Not my job, my life. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Joshua takes the whole land. Even from the Mount Halak. Mount Halak. Dwelling of giants. Okay? Let's go back. Mount Halak, even from the Mount Halak that go up to Seir, even unto Baal Gad. That's another one. Baal Gad. Right here. Okay? I mean, I'll go too fast so I won't get you guys, Baal Gad, yeah. Even into Baal Gad in the valley of Lebanon. Under Mount Hermon. It's in the list too. I'm not going to go over there. And all their kings he took. The kings. See, the kings. The kings are the giants. They were all kings or soldiers, I told you. All right, let's get into it, man. It gets dry. With all the kings. There was not a city that made peace with the children of Israel, save the Hivites, say the inhabitants of Gibeon. All other they took in battle. The Hivites. See, but Hivites, maybe the Hivites weren't, they were human, maybe, because I put them here in the list. But they were hybrids probably, but I don't know. They were hybrids because all these people they weren't, all of these were hybrids. So yeah, the Hivites. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta make sure I don't cover that. Yeah. Every other one they took in battle, for it was the Lord. So it was for the Lord to harden their hearts, that they should come against Israel in battle, that he might destroy them utterly, and that they might have no favor, but that he might destroy them, as the Lord commanded Moses. So see, the Lord commanded because they are giants. They are not, they are not made of. The reason they had to kill everybody, the whole everything, women, children, because they were not, just like in the time of Noah. They weren't, they were hybrids or giants. All right, so and at that time came Joshua and cut off the Anakim. The Anakim, some of the most famous ones, the Anakims and the Nephilims and the Raphaims. All the other ones, they're around, but the Anakims are the most famous, I think, and the Nephilims. The Anakims are Raphaims, but the Anakim. So, Holy Bible, the Anakim, Holy Bible, from the mountains of Mount Hebron. Mount Hebron, right here, right? Okay, mountains of Mount Hebron, from the Beer, from Anab, and from all the mountains of Judah, and from all the mountains of Israel. See, the mountains are the dwelling of giants. They pick mountains. That's why they always see them in mountains or on mountains. The mountains of Israel, from all the mountains of Israel. Joshua destroyed them utterly with their cities. There was none of the Anakim left in the land of the children of Israel, only in Gaza, in Gath, and Ashdod they remained. So they actually remained. See, I knew it. That's why they're still, the Anakims were in Gaza, bro, in Gaza. The Anakim were in Gaza. That's crazy. Gath is where Goliath is from. Gath. All these places are giant dwellings. And in Ashdod they remained. So Joshua took the whole land. So that's it. That's the part of. That's the part of. Man, sorry, guys. Yeah, that's a part of Og, and the dwellings right on the Holy Bible, guys. You saw it. You saw it right here. My Holy Bible, military Holy Bible. Okay. Now we're gonna go to the epic hero, Gilgamesh. Okay, says here, the first epic hero in Sumer by 226 BC, Gilgamesh has become a legend. Barely 100 years after his death, Okay. Barely 100 years after his death, at the time that the kings of Egypt were struggling to establish their own divine authority, the Sumerian king Gilgamesh had become a legendary hero. He had killed the giant hugeness. He see the Nephilim wars, all the giants. He killed, the biggest. He was 19 feet. They killed the smaller giants. You know what I mean? To be kings. Done away with the bull of heaven. Turned down the nomadic advances of the goddess Inanna, and made his way into the garden. Let's see, because this is, and made his way into the garden of the gods, where the smell of his mortality startled the sun god, because he had a third human, so they could smell humans. The gods can smell humans. Look at that, the mortality. So they know who's, you know, like in Highlander, they know each other. They know who's the other Highlander. Okay, startled the sun god himself. That's Amon-Ra, the sun god. Yeah, see, these guys are all from the same Parthenon because of the epic of Gilgamesh, the oldest epic tale that we know of. The personality of the historical Gilgamesh still echoes down to us 5,000 years after his death. Okay, so what else we got? Outside of the epic, though, Gilgamesh's life is chronicled only by a couple of inscriptions in the Sumerian king list, in a poem or two. And it's written in Sumerian around 2100 BC. All right. So what I wanted to do also is I wanted to show you the tale of Enkidu. Glance through a copy of the Epic of Gilgamesh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. In your local one. First comes the tale of Enkidu. Enkidu is a clone. It's a Raphaim, which Gilgamesh makes a friend of the monster, sent by the gods to tame him. So they created a clone Raphaim, Enkidu. I got Enki right here. Yeah, I had the thing, remember the Enki. Go and check out my video, the Enki, that I break down the, how you call it, the secret of the Anunnaki. Go and check that, because I break this down. All right, so please. And okay, so he took the monster as a friend sent by the gods to tame him, so to kill him. The journey of the cedar forest. Okay, bull of heaven. Okay, so I wanted to just let's get into the tale of Enkidu. All right, here we go. In the first story, the tale of Enkidu, they're gonna explain here how they created a clone, a Raphaim, the gods, the Nephilims. Okay, the tale of Enkidu, the king of Uruk. This is what I wanted to hit. Uruk, right? We have the first monotheists. Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, the first monotheist, Abram leaves Ur, which is Uruk, where the giants was at. Okay, Abraham, from the first Israel is the first Hebrew, or the first Hebrew man. There were no Hebrews. He was the first one, right? Okay, so yeah, Uruk, Ur. That's where the Anakim were, the giants, the monsters. Ur. Abram, who later became Abraham, is left the great I am, the mighty warrior, mighty in battle, call him out of the monster stronghold. Okay, the king of Uruk runs roughshod over his people until they begin to mutter. It's kind of small over here. Okay, Gilgamesh sounds the war call for his own amusement. Raphaim's warlike and narcissistic. He just, messes with people. There are no limits to his arrogance, narcissist. Neither by day nor by night. So, he was a monster. He takes the sons from the fathers. He was a pedophile. He takes, bro. I mean, do you know what I'm saying? I mean, go back to my videos, and that's what I'm saying, people. You don't believe this? You don't believe me? You don't believe me, right? Here we go. He takes the sons from the fathers. They are pedophiles. They are sexual deviants. They are sick, right? Monsters, monstrosities. Okay? He takes the sons from, I'm telling you. Although a king should be his people's shepherd, the king should be righteous, right? Help no. They were monsters. They were, the kingship given to Sumer by the gods. The gods gave him, the demigod, the god, Nephilim gods, the, demigods, right? Like in the Clash of the Titans, right? By the gods, the strong authority which helped the city survive has tipped over into tyranny. Tyranny means titan, tyrant, titan, hero, superhero, tyrant. The word tyranny comes from, from the Nephilim. They were tyrants. Uruk's citizens appeal to the gods for deliverance. They are, pleading religious, the humans pleading to the gods, the humans in religion. In response, the gods make a creature. Make a creature. Make a creature. That means clone. Make a creature. That means, oh, man, my bad. That means clone. Yeah, I messed that up, man. Yeah, because I'm trying to do, all right. He made a creature. The gods, the Nephilims make a creature created with geoengineering. Name Enkidu. Remember Enki? Enki means, En means master, and key, world, master of the world, something like that. And Du is city. So master of the world in the city. From there, I'm learning a lot of stuff. from clay. From clay. Like you see, the doppelganger. Adam was created by the great I am from clay, from dirt, and set him down in the wastelands of Sumer. Enkidu knows nothing of the cultivated land, nothing of civilized man, a monster. He's just roaming around like crazy, like an animal. Their ways of living. He wasn't, these clones they have to be taught. Clones, they have to be taught. They're stupid, that's why they need a manager, the what they call them the clone, in the clone lab and all this that I was talking about. They don't know, they have to be taught. They're like children. All right. So there you go, guys. I was gonna keep going, but I'm gonna leave it there. I'm 19 minutes. So the gods, the tyrants are the giants. He takes the son, he created a monster. Damn. I mean, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't. Glory be to God. Sorry about that. Yeah, I gotta stop. That's like bad habits. So yeah, guys. This is Nephilim Wars. I wanted to finish that part because I did. This is the points that I had that I didn't like finish before. So there you go. All King of Bashan. All King of all. We covered the rest of Gilgamesh. The Epic of Gilgamesh. The etc. etc. Right. So this has been Nephilim Wars, guys, and I'm gonna make you guys another video, and I'm gonna get a little more organized too, because I'm missing something. So glory be to God, guys, and glory be to the Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the Holy Lamb of God. All right. So always pray, guys, and all right. This has been Nephilim Wars, battle for your souls.